we're back. Personal Healthcare Reform Talk Show on Pegasus Netwaves, taking your health to a higher level for the last time of 2015. That's right. This is the last show of the year. It's going to be a big show, fun show, different kind of show. We're going to talk about health, sort of. We're going to be talking about being health savvy on social media for the new year, because, well, there's some wild stuff that happens during the new year, and we're going to talk about that with my special guest today. But before we get to that, this is going to be a little tiny segment of the show about the show for the rest of the year. I'll let you know what's coming up for next year with me, with the health partners, and everybody else. This way you know what to do to help take care of your health better once January 1st rolls around, because I know the resolutions are going to be here. They're coming. I can already feel them. They're there, just waiting. So go take a look at ClintFuquay.com, ClintsPrograms.com, PersonalHealthCareReform.com, and of course all the social media sites. So you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Google+, LinkedIn, Instagram, Fine Fitness Pros, YouTube. I will, just to let you know, next year I will be adding some videos to YouTube. That's right, exercise videos. Me exercising, working out, doing stuff, doing movements. So you can check that out. That's coming up starting in probably February, actually, on that. But up till then, you can also find me on Spreaker. Why? Because all the old shows are going to be on Spreaker. That's right. This is going to be show number 47. So 47 shows will be loaded up on Spreaker, and they're actually being loaded up currently as I'm talking on Spreaker. I'm trying to do about 2 shows a day. That way I don't overload the system and overload you, and have 40 shows in a day, because nobody wants to listen to me for 40 shows in a day. It's a 30-minute show. Count it out. It's a long time. But check that out. It goes from Spreaker to YouTube, so the shows are available everywhere, and also on the rest of my websites. You can find them on there. So all the old shows, everybody that I've had on here, this way you can go back through, look through all of it. So doing this for you, it's all free. Everybody loves free, so there's your Christmas. Merry Christmas. From me to you, all the old shows for free. Also, of course, December's coming, and so is January 1st. So the book, Personal Healthcare Reform, go on Amazon, get the book, get the workbook. Use both of those. Give them to your friends, family, anybody that you know that needs to get healthier. It's not about losing weight. It's about getting healthier and being healthy the rest of your life. The weight loss just is an added bonus. Okay? Also, next year, of course, tons of corporate wellness is going to be going on because the ACA is changing. If you don't have a corporate wellness program, you're going to have one. Otherwise, they're going to start, hitting you friendly little fees that nobody wants to pay. So, if you've got a small company, that's 2 people to 99 people, I want to talk to you, get you with PhysioFit. We'll get you into our corporate wellness program, which gets you into the American Diabetes Association corporate wellness program as well. That's right, you get to have that on your website. Saying that you're a health champion through the ADA, yeah, that's some big stuff right there. Also, you do group training, stuff like that there. The studio, Extreme Training and Extreme Iron, of course, I'm still there doing personal training and health coaching. Extreme Iron I won't be at, but I do want to put them out there. Brand new club, beautiful new club, huge, and it's North Dallas area, so small. It's another small independent. Support the independents. So go check them out. Also, Studio Extreme Training, just for individual one-on-one stuff, and then also PhysioFit. Small group, 3 to 4 people, small group fitness and individual training there, and just having a great place to go work out. And one more thing, cool, we're going to be doing PhysioFit starting next year. Every month we're going to pick a charity, and we're going to do a boot camp to help raise funds, do donations, anything like that for local charities. So most of next year is already filled up, but if you got a local charity, get in touch with me. See if we can help you out, put together a boot camp, raise some funds, raise some support for you, because we're a small community-based gym, and we want to take care of the local community. And we're there in Carrollton, Addison, North Dallas, that area. So contact me about that, definitely, so we can get you on the schedule for that and help raise some awareness and get some funding to you, okay? And get everybody healthy. It's the main thing there. And, of course, I do have all my health partners, which are fantastic. I love them all. So let's start off with MedCall Pro. They will be on here with me next year. Like I said, they got a whole new system getting set up. They're working on some internet stuff right now, the website stuff. Make sure that that's running properly and efficiently, and healthcare.gov, it still has Swiss. It's Swiss cheese, people. It is. It's horrible. They still haven't fixed all the issues with it. So they want to make sure everything is working perfectly before they launch it. Human, helping unite mankind in nutrition. Once again, corporate wellness. If you got staff, you need to feed them well. That way they perform better, they stay healthier, they get to have their goldfish and eat them too because it's organic goldfish, much better for you. All right, contact me so I can get you in contact with them. Also for meals, Icon Meals. January's coming up. Okay, if you don't want to cook, if you don't have time to cook, seriously, Icon Meals, you're getting 10% off through me. Check them out. Best food you're ever going to have that's prepackaged, pre-made specifically for you. I mean, literally, you get to tell them what all your dietary issues are, and they make the food for you. How awesome is that? And it's gourmet. I mean, seriously, it's good. We have Kinesi, which I'm decked out in Kinesi right now, and they get a brand new clothing line coming out in 2016. So we'll talk about that. I'll show some of the cool new stuff they've got coming out with, all new designs, stuff like that. But once again, Active Cotton, great for the cool, great for the warm, great for just lounging around in your house, great for workouts. Seriously, this stuff is awesome. And it gets better with every wash. What clothing do you have that gets better with every wash? Love the stuff. Ulta Health Labs. Check them out. 20 to 80% off all lab tests. Okay, so if you've gotten your health insurance stuff done, you already know the deal. You know how much it's going to cost for this stuff now, right? It can be a lot of out of pocket, so you might as well get 20 to 80% off now. That's what I'm offering. That's what they're offering is 20 to 80% off all labs. Okay, go ahead, see if you can get that through your doctor. Because they're going to be charging full price for a while. And then, of course, we have, last but not least, ID Life. Tons of stuff going on with ID Life. January 1st, if you haven't checked out ID Transformation, check it out. Look at it, especially the 28-day challenge. This was put together by Jen Wiederstrom, who, on July 4th, her show, Biggest Loser, is coming back out. So if you don't know who Jen Wiederstrom is, look her up, Google her, watch Biggest Loser. You'll see why she's the most winning trainer on this show. She's phenomenal, awesome. She put together the 28-day challenges for us, put together 3 different challenges. Great job with that. And then, of course, if you haven't taken the assessment, seriously, people, take the assessment. Take the assessment, print it out, take it to your doctor, print off a form to give to your doctor as well. That way they can write up as medical necessity. Guess what? It gets covered. Okay? Nobody else can do that because they don't have the system we have. It's awesome. If you're taking medications, seriously, I'm telling you right now, if you're taking medications, you have to have this. It's not a want to, it's a have to, it's a need to, it's a must. It is a medical must. This way, you don't have to worry about any bad reactions. Okay? You also get the nutrients your body needs. So guess what? You'll be coming off some of those medications. Wouldn't that be awesome? And all those New Year's resolutions that you keep on having, guess what? A lot of those go away because you won't have to make them anymore. How awesome is that? So there's that. Go check out clintfuqua.com, clintsprograms.com, personalhealthcarereform.com. Look at all the social media stuff that I've got going on. Get the book. Seriously, get Personal Healthcare Reform, the book. Check out my health clubs. Check out my health, all my health partners. Have a blessed Merry Christmas and a happy New Year, and get ready for a big 2016. And even better, get ready for my guest coming up, Patty Farmer. We're going to talk about how to be healthy and savvy on social media coming up in the new year, so you don't alienate all your family and friends because of that new thing that you've got going on. Okay.
This is Jeff Lazarus, author of Dogtology: Live, Bark, Believe. Dogtology is about man's fanatical devotion to dog, about the belief in dog, arguably one of the most popular beliefs on earth. Dogtology is available right now on Amazon.com, Barnes & Noble Select Stores, and BarnesandNoble.com, Books A Million, independent bookstores, and several airports around the country.
Ever smelt that musty smell when you first turn on your car? Are you buying or selling a house? Do you have any odor problems? Do you have some odors that you need to take care of in your house or home? Experiencing any summer allergies? Prozone Professionals can get rid of any respiratory triggers. Please give Prozone Professionals a call today. 469-686-8255. 888-224-7774 or visit dallasodorremoval.com.
All right, we're back. Personal Health Care Reform Talk Show on Pegasus Net Waves, taking your health to a higher level. And, of course, this is the last show of 2015. That's it. We're done with the year after this show. So, for that big show, so I have on a world-renowned, world-traveling speaker of anything, everything to do with social media and marketing, branding, you name it, she's done it. She's been all over the world talking about it and how to do it right. So, since MLMs are hot, they're the big thing that happens in January because everybody joins one. If you haven't joined one, you probably will. So, we want to make sure that you don't alienate everybody that you know and have ever known for the next 2 or 3 months because you're going nuts with it. So, I have on with me Miss Patty Farmer. Patty, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Clint. Thanks for having me on the show.
Yep, good to have you on here, especially since, we've known each other now for 5 years or so now, something like that.
I think it's 7, but no counting.
Yeah, okay. It's been quite a while, and we've done quite a few things here in Dallas together as far as business networking, things like that. And, this, of course, is a health and fitness show, but one thing as far as health goes is you don't want to be alone in life, and so if you're alienating everybody in your worlds, guess what? You're going to be alone, and if anybody has seen the news anytime in the past 2 years, you know that Facebook likes to jack with us a little bit, as far as what posts go out and what don't go out, and how many people we can see stuff from. And so if everybody starts blocking you, well, then you are being voted off the island by everybody. Nobody likes to be voted off the island, especially first of the year. So I wanted to talk about that and help people be a little more savvy about what they do online with themselves and professionally, personally, and everything else. So, how about will you give everybody just a little bit of your background, just so they kind of know where you're coming from and who you are, if they don't know who you are, which is ridiculous if they don't know who you are by this point, but everybody will now.
Sure. So I'm a marketing strategist, and what that really means is everything I do is all about strategy. I don't really care how you do it until you know why you should. That's the most important thing, is how to take everything you're doing and wrapping a strategy around it so that you can make more money in less time and get to do the things you want to do. So that's what's really important to me, is helping people to create that strategy no matter what they're doing or what type of business they have.
Okay. Fantastic. And a little bit about, like I said, you've kind of been all over the world, or at least you've been here, Europe, and a few other places. So you've done this at conferences all over the place.
Yes, I love it. Speaking internationally has really been great. So I really love doing that. And I have a radio show, wrote a few books, but really it is just about serving. And I live by the motto, serve, not sell. So I think this topic we're going to talk about today is a great topic so we can get everybody off to a good 2016.
Yep, very good. So let's start off with talking a little bit about MLMs, because January and September are notorious for one thing alone, and that is everybody either ends up in an MLM or switching over to a different MLM. One of those 2 points in the year, just because that's the transition time. That's when it happens, and especially in January, because they're all out there. They're promoting heavily and trying to get people into their system and doing whatever they're doing. And as soon as somebody hops in, they get hyped up about it, and they're just posting nonstop about what they're doing. So, since January's coming up and it is the hot season for that, let's talk about for just the regular people that are not health and fitness people, they're not in the industry, they've never been trainers, they're not doctors, they're just the average person that got into this thing and they think it's the best thing ever, and now they want to post to everybody and everyone and contact me on LinkedIn with friend requests so they can sell me on it. By the way, don't do that. But let's talk about for them how they should approach that thing if they actually want to be successful in the business of it once the hype wears off.
Sure. So I think the first thing I always like to do is talk about what not to do. So let's talk about some social media etiquette really quick. Mm-hmm. So here's one of the things that happens a lot, and it is a technique, and it's a technique I'm going to really strongly encourage them not to do. Then I'll kind of tell you what you can do, but let's talk about what not to do first. So the number one thing is to really have some good social media etiquette, specifically not hijacking other people's thread. What do I mean by that? What I mean is a lot of times when people get into MLMs, what they're doing is they're looking for conversations that are happening on social media, so that's not very hard. And at any time that they think that they can plug their business, they will, no matter what. And I'm going to give you an example. There was a time when I posted on social media that I was getting tired of eating yogurt and oatmeal, and that I was looking for some just recipes, just a few different breakfast recipes, and if anybody had any, would they share? That's all I said.
I remember this post.
And I must have had about 54 people post, and of those 54 people post, almost 30 of them were to sell me whatever their shake, bar, whatever the situation is that they were selling, that they felt like would make me more healthy, help me to lose weight, all of those things, which I didn't ask for. I didn't say I was trying to get healthier. I didn't say I was trying to lose weight. Not that maybe I didn't need to do any of those things, but I wasn't asking for that. I just said, do you have any recipes? So I think that that's called hijacking somebody's thread. If somebody doesn't ask you for that information, if you're not solving a problem that somebody asks for a solution, then don't do it, because all you're going to do is make people mad. Now, I deleted all those people, and I unfriended them. So did that help them? No. Okay, so I think that that's really important. So let's kind of talk about how you would do it. I think it's really important to add value. I think it's very important to build relationships. I think that's really what you want to do, is to be able to build relationships, and you want to take that offline. So if you're having conversations on social media, that's really what it's about, having conversations. The part where you would ever offer your product shouldn't even happen on social media at all. That should be a conversation that once they've told you, you do it by phone, having coffee, whatever the case may be. That's not what social media is for, so that's not where it should be done.
Okay, very good. Yeah, I remember that thread because it was interesting watching all that pop up, because it happens all the time. It's hilarious on my side just to watch it happen. But so yeah, people don't hijack threads. You'll lose friends. You'll make enemies, and first and more importantly, you'll lose out on friends like Patty here, who has a huge database of people that she can get you out to, if you actually play by the rules and don't hijack threads and do stuff like that.
I think the other thing, Clint, that I think is really important too, is when you are with an MLM or any type of direct sales company, actually, you represent that company. It's kind of like when we were in school, when we were on the football team or a cheerleader, we represented the school. So if you're representing your company, the things that you do, it also hurts other people who are in that same direct sales company that may be doing it right. Because it's not that people will remember your name, but they'll remember the name of that company.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that everybody can think of a few MLMs right now that have a bad rap, right? You don't remember the person, but you do remember the name.
Yeah.
So I think that that's something to remember as well.
And one thing, there are quite a few MLMs that actually teach their people to hijack threads. So if you're involved in a company and they're telling you to hijack threads, you might want to be wary of the company. Just to put that out there.
Absolutely.
And so this is also, look, for people that are not in the industry, they haven't been health and fitness people, they've never been in it, and now they've got this thing, they lost some weight and they're feeling great. Okay, good for you, but realize you have no basis for putting that thing out there because you have no background in it whatsoever. And so if you're going to approach somebody like me that's been in it for 20 plus some odd years and it's formulated products, get ready to have that thing handed back to you in a very not so nice package.
I think that's true, but I think that an important thing to say here too is, we're not saying that there's anything wrong with MLMs or anything wrong with direct sales companies. I work with them all the time, and I do purchase products from them as well. It is all about, though, building that relationship with somebody and offering something to me when I've asked for it. So that's what I love. It isn't any different than when I go to the store and buy my stuff at the store, and I tend to go to the same person all the time, right, at the counter. same thing. If I build a relationship with you and I need that product, I'm going to do it. So maybe one of the things they could do is check with somebody who's really succeeding in your MLM or direct sales and kind of look and see what they're doing, right? And just kind of look at some best practices and really think about and ask yourself the question that if this was me and it's another company, how would I want to be treated? Is this what I would want people to do to me?
Yep, exactly. And nobody likes the perfume people at the stores. It's just spraying the perfume on you. People will run from you all the time for that. So let's switch over to the health and fitness people. Okay, so all the trainers, health coaches, chiropractors, doctors, nurses, anybody that's in the health and fitness industry, because some of us get into these companies and make it a part of our business, because it's logical you would do that. So for the health and fitness people out there, especially this time of year, January's coming up, which is the big hot season for health and fitness, because everybody wants to get in shape and get healthy and everything like that. What should health and fitness people be doing as far as their marketing and branding right now at this point in the year, and then through the first of the year to help build their business, build their brand, and even better, with marketing and branding, a lot of them don't know the difference between marketing and branding. So if you can shed some light on the difference between branding and marketing, what those really are, and how they're completely different from each other but help each other out tremendously.
So first of all, I think people don't always even know the difference between brand and branding. Never mind branding and marketing. So brand and branding, first and foremost right there, branding is, your logo, your colors, all those things that people love to talk about, right? Those are all the things that, everybody wants to do. But really, it's about your brand, right? And your brand is you, like who you are. What are people saying about you when you leave the room? What's the experience you want people to have, right? That's your brand. Your marketing is how you take your brand and put it out in the world. How are you showing up in the world? That's really your marketing, right? How are you influencing people to make a purchasing decision? Are you an authority? And that's what you really want to do. Be more than an expert, but be an authority. An authority means that you are able to help people to get to a purchasing decision. So that's really what you want to do. Now, how would you do it? So there's a lot of different ways to do it, and I really love that you talked about, doctors and chiropractors as well in the health and fitness. I know pretty much every chiropractor that I have worked with, they always offer products in their office. Now, why wouldn't they? That is actually serving your client, right? If you're talking to them, they're coming to you for some type of health or fitness need. If there is a product that you can have that helps them, well, that's just a natural part of business. That's add-on value, right? I love that. Why make me have to go look for it myself when you can just offer it to me and you're an expert, right? So I love that. I think that is very, very important to do. So how would you do it? So there's a couple ways that I think right now are really good. And one is groups. Groups are getting a lot of action right now on social media, more than pages are. So getting into groups. And the reason is because you can have discussion. So a lot of the things you might want to do are, what are some of the questions? So think about, right now, people should be thinking about, what are all the questions that people ask me when I speak, when I'm talking to anybody about my product, about my service, just about health and fitness in general? What are those questions that I'm getting asked all the time? This is a good way to start discussions in groups. And one of the ways that I find that really works to get engagement is to just hashtag that. If you hashtag just the word discussion, that tells people, oh, they want us to talk about it. Want to have a discussion. Let them know, here's what I want. Discussion, please, or opinion, please, or whatever the case may be. The other reason that you want to hashtag that is if you're in a group and there's a search box within that group and somebody wants to go back to a discussion, they can just go hit hashtag discussion, and all the discussions that have come up will come up. So if you don't have a lot of time and you're an expert, you can just go in there, look at all the discussions, and be able to add value to that discussion. The more you discuss and have conversation, the more people are going to look to you as a trusted go-to person. So this sets you up as the expert and the authority. And, of course, that is going to lead to value, relationships, and ultimately sales, right? So it's always about serving, not selling, but serving equals sales. So it's always about building that relationship. So groups right now are really big. So LinkedIn, you can also create your own group. So a lot easier to bring people to you than for you to go out and find people. So if you have a problem, that you have a solution for, you could sometimes create a group about that. So that's one of the things that you can do there. The other thing is use a lot of data if you can. Now, people buy emotionally. We know that. They make emotional decisions, but they write checks based on data. So if you can use case studies, now you're not talking about your product or you're actually talking about somebody you helped. People are going to relate to some of those people. So you might want to use those. So using clients that you've helped or case studies are really good. Right now, like you said, we're coming on January, so there's seasonal things that you can do. So there are certain times of the year that in advance for your marketing, you should be thinking about that. I think, Clint, you said something to me last week that I really loved, which was, what's the best New Year's resolution? The one you don't ever have to make again. I love that. I think that is a game changer. And definitely something you should lead with for the new year. I love that. But I think that thinking about seasonal, like in February, right, everybody's always thinking about Valentine's Day, so you can go with self-care, right? It's not just about taking care of the ones you love. That starts with you, right? Maybe you should take care of yourself, too. So then, of course, when there's Mother's Day or, those type of things, what's the best gift you can give to your children? Of course, is to take care of you so you stick around, right? So there's a lot of different things throughout the year that if you plan ahead, doesn't mean just waiting to the week before and hammering everybody to buy, but thinking about that weeks and months ahead of time, really actually having a promotional calendar is really good to think about when those seasons are and times of year that actually work around whatever it is that you do. And then you can actually do a drip campaign, which is, and work on that value and building that relationships so that you actually will make those sales. That make sense?
Yes, perfect. And I know you're huge on email marketing, so I'm gonna dangle that one out there in front of everybody right now, because we're actually about to end the show here in a second. But because email marketing is a big thing for you with building lists, and that's your big specialty. So instead of talking about that on here, I want people to contact you about that specifically, because that is your big thing, and you're brilliant with that. So. But any quick little tip on that, and then I want to get your contact info out there, and then of course you've got a huge event coming up in February as well we want to promote.
Yes, so what I'm going to say is, as Chris Brogan says, email marketing isn't dead. Bad email marketing is dead. So list building is my specialty, and that will help you. And if they have any questions about that, they can just contact me. So I would love to be able to help them with that, and I have all kinds of stuff, freebies and all kinds of things on that.
Okay, fantastic. So if you'll give everybody your website, and I know you're doing some rebranding right now too. So there's you got all kinds of new stuff coming out in January. So if you want to give everybody your contact info so they can get in touch with you, and then a little bit about what's going on in February as well.
Okay. So they can contact me, my Patty Farmer, everywhere. So add Patty Farmer. My website's pattyfarmer.com. So you can pretty much find me across social media on that. And that is true. I am having an event. It's February 18th. It'll be at Noah's, and we are going to do the Marketing, Media, and Money Tour. So it'll be one full day with me, teaching you everything you need to know to help you with your marketing, get you more visible, and make you more money.
All right, fantastic. And then, of course, for everybody out there, you'll get to see me at the BizLink breakfast if we're still doing that in January, because I know we're looking for a location. But definitely get to the Patty Farmer. She's amazing. She's awesome. And, of course, come back in 2016 for more stuff on the show here on Pegasus Netwaves. And for everybody out there, have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year, and get ready. The New Year's show is going to be awesome, because you know what? We're actually doing it the day before New Year's, so you can make that resolution and never have to make it again. So, Patty, thanks for coming on. For everybody out there, all the listening audience, thank you for listening in. Tell your friends to listen in as well, because that's how we grow the show and get more people healthy out there, especially in the new year. That's it for this year. See you next year.